Hey, it's Chris here. Today I'm doing a little bit of household repairs, and I'm using a tool that I want to make a review on it here, sent to me by Carson, my lighting guy, and that's this Coosolux light. If you're interested in finding out about this light and see if it works for your needs, stick around, stay tuned. So this here is the Coosolux outdoor solar camping light. That's what they call it, but this thing is a lot more than what they claim it is. This light here is solar charging. It's also USB-C charging. This also has a detachable light that just comes right off with two magnets and detaches back on. The little light, this is an 8,000 milliamp hour battery bank, plus it can be charged on its own independently. So let me show you at a table here what you're going to get with this kit when you order it, because you do get quite a bit of stuff here. So without further ado, we're going to skip over to the table and I'll show you what's going on. So when you get this light, it's going to all come in a bag here. Nice high quality bag, nice zipper, actually two zippers on here. Very nice quality. I was really surprised whenever I got it. Now, when you get this, you get your instructions. You also get straps and stuff. I'll talk about those in a minute. You have the light. This is a beefy light here. Plus you get your tripod. Everything fits in here. In fact, I do put other stuff in here with this bag whenever I'm using it as well. Now, let's set the bag aside and let's start talking about the light itself. So we have the light on the table here, and I'm going to get dimensions for everybody because sometimes this is well needed if you're going to be in an area. Now, lengthwise of the light itself is just shy of 12 inches there, with the width-wise, with both lights, is about almost 8 inches, somewhere around there. The light itself, the original one's 4.5, and then the other one here is 3 inches, and then there's that little gap. Now, there's 3 lighting settings for regular light with the lights totally together, plus an SOS. Now, the other light does detach, like I said before. It comes right off. 2 pieces of metal right there for magnets. And the 3 holes will line up here. There's also 3 little attachments that go on here to hook to the base. There's a lot of nifty little features that's built into this light, and a lot I did not expect. First off, let's flip it over here. It's solar charging. It will charge through the sun. Second off is right down here, it's a USB-C charging with a little light indicator that will blink green when it's charging. The other light here does not have solar. This will charge off of here though. Now, enough with this light here. Let's talk about that little light. There's actually 5 modes here. You have high, medium, and low. You also have this is like super high. For that, plus the SOS on this itself. You have a USB-C rechargeable plus a 8,000 milliamp power bank. These slides right here, these little holes right here, these little tabs right here come out and they slide in here for, of all things, something that's really cool here. And it's in with the accessory kit here that I was talking about. And that is a strap that, once I get it out here, I can show you. The strap has snaps on a snap on it here, high quality snap. It's really nice. Plus these two screws where you can carry this around, screw it, and carry it as a light, or you can hang it off of a tree or somewhere that's not metal that you need to have light. Now, move the light off to the side. In your bag, this is what you're going to get with this bag. You're going to get the cable that we were talking about. You're going to get tent stakes, 3 of them, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Plus, you also get a charging cord, of course. Now, you see the tent stakes and you think, well, why in the world would I need tent stakes? Well, it's for the tripod. We'll get you guys zoomed out a little bit. The tripod itself. This tripod here is very sturdy, and that light is very heavy. That light weighs a little over 9 pounds. And these holes down the bottom is so you can stake in the light so you know for sure it's not going to tip. Now, I'm going to go and get you guys set up somewhere. I'll show a total assembly of this light and everything, since we've already looked at the items, and then we'll show how bright the light is and everything. And then you can decide if this is something that you're interested in and want to go buy. So I'm sitting down right here. I have the light. We're going to put it together right here, and I'll show you how it goes. Plain and simple, just the tripod is just basically like a normal tripod. It just slides right down. 3 adjusted knobs for the different areas. And you can adjust your height-wise really well that way with your tripod on this. It's a lot of adjustability. Now, I'm going to probably be about right there, something like that. And then put it down here. It's spring-loaded on these. You can see it's really nice. This is where you turn your 360 degrees, is this second area. And then your third area is spring-loaded also, and you can also turn it as well. So you have a lot of adjustability to move the light. Now, the light itself has a snap tabs on the bottom here. So it goes right in. Now, I'm going to say one thing. I really do like this light. But one of the things I do have a problem with it was I was putting this together a little bit ago and smashed my finger in this area. This is a big pinch point right here. So be really careful. I know that it does appear, see if I can get this on camera well, it does appear right here that this comes apart with this here, this screw. I couldn't get it to come totally apart. I didn't want to force it and break anything because it's a nice light. I really do like it. Now, this snaps down into the pipe with these 2 snaps. And it's probably the second thing I really don't like is just how this is you have to push these, and these are really spring-loaded to get it into a spot. Now, you can adjust your light multiple ways, but this is I'm just going to lock it right here. It's very turny, and it just feels really wobbly. That's the best way to put it. But that's why they have the stakes if you are going to use it outdoor. If you're going to use it indoor, you have to be really careful and mind that and understand it. What I do is I try to put the leg forward so it doesn't tip forward onto my stuff whenever I'm leaning the light forward, something like this when I'm in an area. It's actually able to balance itself a little bit more. It's a little bit more stable. So, without further ado, I'm going to move you guys back to where I was working, where I had this light in the first place, and then I'll show you everything, the lighting settings and features on that. Got you guys back where I'm going to be working, and I'm going to be using this light in the house. Now, I'm going to have somebody turn the lights off right now. We're going to go through the settings on it, and we'll go from there. Now that the light's off, It's kind of dark. I know you might see a little bit from the house. I mean, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this. So it's pretty daylight. Now, the light has the button on the back. You press and hold it, you get your low light. That's low. That's medium. And that's high. Now, if you are photosensitive, please don't watch because I'm going to do the SOS. So that's SOS. Now, the light itself, the small light, I'm going to take this off right now here as it's lit, and it's still on. I'm going to turn the big one off. This is the low. And I'm not shining the light right into the camera just because this thing is really bright. Now, that's low. That's medium. That's high. That's a spotlight. Something like that. And then the spotlight goes on. There's 5 settings that way. And then it's got its SOS as well. Now, one thing to take in consideration, this is on medium light right now. The main light, I'll turn it on, it's on low. We'll even do it high. When you pair these lights together and do something like that, I'm going to try to get it up there so the camera can see it a little bit better. These lights will, one will be offset. I've noticed that whenever I've used it. So you have high, low, low. But that's not a problem. All you have to do is just turn both lights off by holding the button for a few seconds, turn it off, put them back on, and they pair up. Turn the light. So I'm going to spin you guys around. I'm going to talk about my final thoughts on this light and a couple things I like, a couple things I don't like as well. Brought you guys back to the table here for my final thoughts. And the reason why is I want to show a couple things. First off, like I said before, and I showed this area right here, looks like this should come apart here. I can't get it apart. It's very stiff. Whenever I take the screw out, I just can't do it. It's not coming out, and I don't want to force it to break it. Second is the snap here. This snap here is it's really stiff. You can see down in that pipe, it's kind of hard a little bit. You can see where it's pretty springy. I mean, I like the fact that it's attached, but I think that this is kind of a bad way to attach it. I don't know if you can see the blister on my finger or not. My finger got slammed right into here whenever I was putting it together this morning. Then probably the last thing is, I understand that they have, you have your specs right here. And it does have a, indicator for solar, which it's not going to do it with the household light. I wish I did. The Coosolux outdoor motion sensor lights I did will charge by the house. But when you charge it, I have no problem with the charging or everything. I just think there should be a charge indicator right here. Something like right in this area, or, move the button over and put it here. An indicator would be nice because there's no way that you know what this is. I was filming with this at the Creator Rendezvous with a couple channels, and it just shut off because I didn't know how much it was charged, and it sat out in the sun for like 6 hours. So it must not get on enough sun, is what I can think. It must slowly charge. But this light here, I really do like this light. I mean, I did not talk about it, but it does have a hanger. These little tabs here will slide into these slots on either side, plus also the top and the bottom. That's actually really cool whenever you have multiple places to put them, or you can just snap them right there as well. Now, they call it a solar light, or for camping. I've used them in auto repairs. I've used them with small engine repairs, motor repairs. I've used them working in the house. I could see them being used as a light for filming as well. I do like the light. I think that that's a few things that I would address. You know, that's it. I mean, other than that, it's a really nice light. I know that Amazon, where the link will be going to, fluctuates in prices. I'm not going to put a price out there because as of filming right now, it's $95 with a $5 off coupon. I don't have a promo code or anything like that, but I think it's well worth that price for that light if you are wanting to use it for filming or anything else. It does call waterproof. I will admit it is waterproof. I've left it outside for 3 days on the back of a vehicle. Didn't realize it. It was in the hot sun and everything. Set up, you know, it was charging the whole time because it was set up with the solar panels, and it still works well. I have to thank Carson for being patient with me on getting the video out. I've had this light since launch in about March of this year, and he's been very patiently waiting on me to get a video out for it. So, without further ado, we'll catch everybody later. Stay safe out there. Have a good one, and God bless.